When legacy speaks, does Campilation redefine collaboration? Let's talk about it. What's going on, y'all? It's your man Lighthouse, and you're now tuned into another episode of Everything for Everybody. And today we'll be discussing Camper's new album, Campilation. I come from a time when compilation albums were cultural events, not curiosities. Every label had one, and each carried its own identity. Rough Riders, Murder Inc., Jermaine Dupri's Camp, even Jay-Z's project was originally envisioned as a compilation before becoming the dynasty. Those records weren't just collections of songs, they were statements of community, reach, and creative direction. Because of that lineage, I've always had a soft spot for well-executed compilation. This one feels intentional from the first track to the last. There's a sense of space and cohesion throughout, a project that isn't just assembled, but designed to be experienced. It carries a warmth that lingers, the kind of album that feels good to sit with rather than rush through. Being able to tap your network and turn it into a shared moment is less of a gamble than it is of a testament to longevity. When a track list fills up with familiar, respected names, it signals something deeper than spectacle. It means people believe in you enough to show up. That kind of access isn't accidental. It's built through trust, history, and a reputation that travels faster than any press release. If you earned the right to make that call, using it isn't indulgent, it's strategic. Large-scale collaboration often gets framed as a play for attention, but it can just as easily be read as community emotion. In spaces like R&B, where intimacy and emotion are the currency, the presence of multiple voices doesn't have to flatten the feeling. Instead, it can widen the emotional lens, allowing different textures and experiences to coexist. The success isn't in how many names appear, but how naturally they fold into the music. When the songs land, they prove that connection and craft can reinforce each other rather than compete. Daryl Camper Jr., known simply as Camper, has spent nearly 2 decades shaping the emotional backbone of modern R&B. His resume speaks for itself. Executive producing Her's Grammy-winning debut, co-writing Coco Jones' ICU, and contributing to catalogs that include Brandy, Usher, and Big Sean. These aren't just credits, they're proof of trust, taste, and longevity. So when Camper introduced Campilation as a compilation centered on what he says the R&B artist that he loves and his family, it felt less like a flex and more like a natural extension of a career built on real relationships. That sense of community defines the album. The guest list reads like a roll call of respect. You have Stevie Wonder on harmonica, Brandy on lead vocals, Jill Scott alongside Ty Dolla $ign, Victoria Monet closing the project with clarity and grace. Rather than chasing novelty, Campilation leans into familiarity, presenting collaboration as texture instead of spectacle. Lyrically, the album revolves around communication, accountability, and emotional uncertainty, cornerstones of classic R&B. Across the track list, artists ask questions more than they offer conclusions, allowing conversations to remain open-ended. Songs like Tonight, Back and Forth, and Speak to Me sit comfortably in that unresolved space, reflecting the reality of adult relationships where clarity isn't always immediate. Camper's solo moment on the song Love Me distills that approach into a direct emotional proposition, made warmer by Stevie Wonder's harmonica outro. Elsewhere, confidence and desire take center stage, from Juan Moore's assured tone on Come Over to the urgency of I Need It. Even the more declarative records feel rooted in conviction rather than excess. The album's most striking moments arrive when reflection takes precedence. 16 Summers featuring Alex Isley and Rose Gold captures the complexity of long memory and emotional residue, while Victoria Monet's closing track, Love You, offers a final release from possession-driven narratives, ending the album on a note of emotional freedom. Campilation isn't chasing reinvention, it's documenting alignment. Every artist shows up fully and the cohesion is unmistakable. Rather than stretching for range, the album chooses consistency, treating repetition as a reflection of lived emotional cycles. In that sense, Campilation speaks fluently in the language of connection, less about answers, more about presence. And that intention carries its own quiet power. But that's my time, y'all. Thank you for watching another episode of Everything for Everybody. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the loop. Until next time, peace, and we out.